Wow, the sky is incredible today. I feel so free!
Before this story ends, you will learn one thing that could change the way you live your life forever. Stay with me. Let me ask you something. Have you ever given someone everything? Your time, your energy, your help, your love? And then one day, you looked around and realized you had nothing left for yourself? That was me. And it took losing almost everything to understand why. This is my story. I grew up in a simple family. My mother always told me, be good to people, always help, never say no. And I believed her completely. At school, I was the one who gave my notes to everyone, even when I hadn't studied myself. At work, I was the one who stayed late, not because I wanted to, but because I couldn't say no. My colleague Tausif would say, "Can you finish this report for me? I have plans tonight." And I would say, "Sure, no problem." But inside, there was a problem. There were always plans I canceled. There were always promises I broke to myself. My friends knew I would always be there. 4 in the morning, I'll pick you up. Need money? I'll lend it. Need someone to talk to for 3 hours? I'm here. I thought this made people love me. I thought this made me a good person. I was wrong. 3 years ago, I was working at a small company. I was earning 18,000 rupees a month. Not a lot, but I was managing. My manager knew I never complained. He knew I would do any extra work without asking for more money. He knew I would never fight for myself. So he never gave me a raise. He never promoted me. Why would he? I was already giving him everything for free. At home, I had lent money to 3 different friends. Total? Almost 80,000 rupees. I told myself they would pay back. They didn't. And I didn't ask because I didn't want to seem rude. One evening, my bike broke down. I needed 4,000 rupees to fix it. I called my friends, the same ones I had helped so many times. One didn't pick up. One said sorry, he was busy. One said he would send it tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. I sat on the side of the road that night, and for the first time in years, I cried. Not because of the bike, not because of the money, but because I realized I had spent years filling everyone else's cup, and mine was completely empty. That night, I opened my phone. I was going to call one more friend, but I stopped. And instead, I asked myself something I had never asked before. Why do I always say yes? Not why do people take advantage of me, but why do I let them? I said yes because I was afraid. Afraid that if I said no, they wouldn't like me. Afraid that if I set a limit, they would leave. I had been trading my self-respect for approval, and I didn't even know I was doing it. Here is what I learned that night, and I want you to remember this. Being nice is not a problem. But being nice out of fear, that is a trap. There is a difference between giving from your heart and giving because you are scared of what happens if you don't. Real kindness has a limit. Real kindness says no when no is the right answer. And here is the finance truth nobody tells you. When you cannot say no to people, you also cannot say no to bad jobs. You cannot say no to low salaries. You cannot say no to bosses who use you. Your inability to say no is costing you money every single month. The day I stopped being too nice was the day I started building a real life. If you are watching this right now and somewhere inside this story feels familiar, I want you to know something. Saying no is not selfish. Choosing yourself is not wrong. You cannot pour water from an empty glass. Take care of yourself first. Not sometimes, not when it is convenient. Every single day. Because the most important person you will ever be nice to is you. So here is today's lesson. Write this down. In our next video, I will tell you the story of 3 years I wasted saying I'll do it tomorrow and what it cost me. You don't want to miss that one. If this story stayed with you, if you felt even one line, then you are exactly who this channel is made for. Subscribe. Every week, one real story, one real lesson. That is my promise to you.